Hi again, I'm Jamshid from Yama Yoga. In this video, I'm going to talk about Ashtangas or 8 limbs of yoga, as I promised before. Actually, yoga in the modern time, or let's say in the modern yoga, yoga is known with the asanas or the physical postures. Let's go back in the history. 5,000 years ago, around 5,000 years ago, yoga was created. And around 2,000 years ago, Sage Patanjali classified, or let's say compiled yoga, and he introduced 8 limbs or ashtangas of yoga in it. And based on what he said, yoga is not only the physical postures. There are 8 limbs that must be followed so that we can say we are doing yoga, complete yoga. So let me go to the 8 limbs. I will explain them, but in separate videos I will explain each of the 8 limbs again. The first of the 8 limbs or the ashtangas of yoga is Yama. Yamas are actually the external disciplines, or let's say the imperatives or do nots of yoga. It has 5 parts that must be followed. In the video about Yama, in a separate video, I will explain the 5 parts and how it can help for the personal growth. So that is the first one. The second one, I forgot to mention that the Yama is the name of this page as well. So the second one is Niyamas. Niyamas are actually the internal. As I said, Yamas are the external disciplines. Niyamas are internal disciplines of yoga, and they are actually the do's. That one, the first one was do nots, and the second one, the niyamas, are do's of yoga that help to improve the self of all of us. Niyama, like Yama, it has 5 parts as well. I will introduce them in a separate video. The third of the ashtangas, or the 8 limbs, is asanas. In the the one before pranayamas, I explained about the asanas. I mentioned that Patanjali defined yoga, the asanas as steady and comfortable. So asana means steady and comfortable. So the physical posture. So that is the third. The fourth of the 8 path of yoga is pranayama. Also in the previous video I explained about pranayama. The pranayamas are the breathing based techniques of yoga. They help to direct the energy inward. So that is the fourth. The fifth of the 5 of the 8 limbs of yoga is Pratyahara. Pratyahara is actually the withdrawal of the senses, or let's say retracting the experience of external objects that we experience around us. So that is Pratyahara. There are 3 more, actually the 3 more. All of the 8 limbs are connected to each other, but these 3 are more connected to each other. The first one is Dharna. Dharna is actually concentration, or let's say it is defined as one-pointedness, focus on a state of mind, on an object, or on a topic or something. So it is concentration. So that is Dharna. The next one is dhyana. Dhyana is, so as I said, in dharna we focus on something. In dhyana we meditate on the subject of focus. So first we focus on something, then we meditate on it. Is a profound meditation, actually the dhyana. The last path of yoga, which is samadhi, which is actually the highest level of yoga, or let's say the ultimate aim of yoga, is the samadhi. Samadhi is, as I said, first we concentrate on something, focus on something, then we meditate on that, and in samadhi, actually it is the union or the combination of everything. So in this path path of yoga in Samadhi, everything will be united, or let's say there is no distinction between the actor of the yoga, the act of yoga, and the subject of the yoga. Everything will be united together, Samadhi. So these are the 8 limbs. As I mentioned before, in separate videos, in 8 separate videos, I will explain the 8 limbs again with more details. So as I said before, the sequence will be 2 posts about asanas, 1 post about pranayama, and 1 post about the ashtangas of yoga. So wait for the interesting videos about the ashtangas of yoga. As I said, we need to do all these 8 limbs to become united, and we reach the Samadhi. Namaste.